Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles and more. It's great to be here with you. It's always different, and it's even more different, if I can use that word, now that things have changed here. You come to sit and deliver a message, but it's like you just got dropped off your ship to come sit here. And it will slowly build, as it always does. But every thought of where we're going and what we're doing and what's happening brings such a smile to my face. And as I sit and talk to you and visit, the smile just broadens. This vibration that is being delivered through what is termed the Advancement Center is unique. It's not better. It's not more than. It's not less than. It's perfect. Just as what others might be doing with what they came to deliver. And I used to call this the beacon on the hill, and it still is. But the Advancement Center is expanding, not in a way that a human understanding could relate to, but I liken it to a hub of a wheel and the spokes of the wheel going in every direction, each being a possibility for your path. And the wheel itself and the hub itself is always moving. It's never in a fixed place. And so as it moves, the spokes move. And you see a different direction that you can go, a different possibility, a different reality, a different signal. And you follow that spoke until you connect again with the hub. And then you find yourself going in a new direction on a different spoke. So everything's just expanding without limit, unbelievable freedom, and nothing is encumbering anyone's movement. I just felt a breeze, and it's like a breath of fresh air, a constant breath of fresh air. So wherever you decide to transmit what you came to deliver, the energy that is here now is providing a highway free of traffic, so you can deliver it whenever, however you'd like, without resistance, without expectation, without anything but a desire in your heart to do it in that moment. It's an unbelievable challenge to be a human. We chose to come here, and living in this form and living in this physical body or this physical world is full of challenges. And yet, here we are. We chose to come here. And for those of us that chose to come here as a part of enhancing and lifting and delivering freedom and delivering the true reality of each one of us, it's an honor. And the support we feel even in the midst of this human life cannot be completely understood. It's immense. When you look back through your life and you made a turn and there was a car coming and somehow the car stopped. The car missed you. You were supported. And there may be moments like that every day of your life that you don't even know are happening, that the support is reaching its hand in and making sure you're able to continue to get to your destiny, which is to support humanity and deliver them into a freedom that they forgot. It's always available, that support, and so is the ability to feel it and see it. But it's also easy to miss it. But congratulations goes to each one of you for being here and to go through the challenges of this human life while at the same time recognizing who you are behind this human body and delivering in the face of all the challenges your message that you brought with you to deliver. And that, in a nutshell, is the Advancement Center. That, in a nutshell, is the advancement of humanity, giving someone a hand to lift them over the fence in the face of everything that would take your attention in this physical world, in this physical body. It's been a journey for each of us to get beyond that. And it's a constant challenge to get beyond the world that is physical. It's not easy, but it is easy. But each of us come to that on our own, at our own timing, to be able to step beyond those challenges. So I wrote this yesterday on my phone, speaking about that and what I see as these challenges. This human life is so challenging. We all have incredible stories of great joys and great pains. We entered into a vibration when we came on this planet that is below our natural vibration. And so we have been at war. Even as we have begun to recognize this truth and felt the magnificence of our true vibration, we have struggled to see it in others, maintaining a subtle system of hierarchy. Each day more is revealed, and the human challenges that have overwhelmed us have less and less of an effect. Before we knew better, we had no cushion. We couldn't handle one more thing because we were at the place where the water felt like it was starting to cover our mouth and then nose, and we would not be able to breathe. And so we reacted, we lashed out, we attacked, without the awareness that the same thing could be happening to that one that we blamed and attacked. Even as we are now able to understand this in principle, we are not able to always live it. For until that trauma is released from your body, that feeling of not being able to breathe will pop up when we are overwhelmed and when we find ourselves doing the one thing we know to do to survive: react and lash out. The negative entities on the planet try and make sure you hold on to that trauma. And if you finally break free, they try and threaten you. But their power, although real, is far less than yours. And they know that you will surpass their influence. So you are the guardians of the new world. And so all congratulations must go out to you. For you have surpassed that negative energy, and you will no longer feel as though you're drowning, as if you can't take on one more thing. You will be buoyed with endless support, and your cup will runneth over with an abundance of energy and gifts for every person you meet, every being you come in contact with, every plant, every animal. You will give it all away because it is what will fill you back up. You will hand it over gladly because you no longer can be affected, and you will no longer feel the threat of having to defend your life, the life of one that is so magnificent and so beyond anything in this physical dimension. There's not much more to say about that, but the whole world now has been poured into so that their cup runneth over. And now they can open their hands in the face of everything and give again and give again. Fuck 'em. This is the time to make the choices that make you happy. Mr. and Mrs. Judgment will always be on call, whether real or imagined, to criticize you and put a picture frame around you to try and tell you who you are. Please no one but yourself, and stand strong in that. Anything less, and you have taken a seat at the table of Mr. and Mrs. Judgment, a table that is large enough to fit over 7 billion people. Once again, those two magical words can be used not only to excuse you from the table, but blow the table into smithereens. And those two words are, yes, you know, fuck 'em. Your standing in your freedom and doing what is right for you is your gift to every person and every living conscious entity on the planet. Because when you stand firm and trust yourself, you transmit that energy to everything without even speaking a word. Your essence is permeated with freedom. Your head is held high. Your eyes are bright, and even your walk is sure-footed and strong. You are now a card-carrying, full-time member of the Fuck 'em Club. This club numbers in the billions, but most join and then quit because the pressure from Mr. and Mrs. Judgment and Mr. and Mrs. What will they think of me is so great. But today, I have issued you your permanent membership card, even if for only a moment you have experienced its power. Pull out the card whenever you need to use it, and use those two words whenever necessary until the time that you no longer need it, because you have become a walking, living, breathing expression of fuck 'em. This is the highest level of freedom and love that you can exist in, because when you use those two words, you are free and you have chosen to love yourself. And until you love yourself, you cannot truly love another. We are now leaving our teenage years as a human entity. We are leaving the world of reaction, self-criticism, self-doubt, fitting in, and pleasing others. We all know what it was like to be a teenager and what it is like to be around one. Now imagine the whole human entity on the planet delivering that energy. Conflict, reaction, and selfishness are the dominant traits. It is the path we had to take. It is part of the process of evolving. And when you see a grandparent sitting in the middle of the chaos of their grandchildren and life itself, and they are calm, cool, and collected, know that they have evolved and have reached the highest level of freedom, love, and fuck 'em. And now all humanity is joining them, one card-carrying new member at a time. This is the new world, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you back home. The song inside you. In the words and the melodies of a song, you can hear and feel the echo of all that has ever existed. The music has always been conscious and alive, producing feelings of the vastness and expandedness that exists within our field. You can see it and hear it so clearly in a song that calls to your heart. The voices and instruments just allow you to see far beyond the human exterior, while at the same time seeing every piece of humanity. It is the music that is allowing you to see it all. It is the music that is allowing you to feel it all. This experience is beyond explanation, and even though it seems like it is only felt in special moments, if you stop for a moment and listen, you will realize that the music is always playing. When a woman is walking through the grocery store, when a little child is running through the park, or a man is working on his car, listen and you will hear it. Listen and you will feel it. The majesty and magnificence within each of us is like watching the greatest sunrise and sunset that has ever been displayed. Each one of us has a light inside of us that is greater than the light of the sun. And when you look in the eyes of another, you can see it. If you look into the eyes, you will see into the heart, and you can see the magnitude of the being that is sitting right behind this body. And it is through those very same eyes that you can see their whole life and the many lifetimes that they have lived here. Somehow you are able to feel the full width and breadth of their being, from the beginningless beginning to the never-ending ending, the joys and the pains and the highs and the lows. And it is through those eyes that you can hear their song, the most beautiful song ever created. You can hear the violins, the cellos, the guitars, pianos, and drums. They are playing the song that you are expressing with your life. Many times that true song gets blocked from coming out because of this human life and all its challenges. But the music never stops playing. And your song is always heard by those who stop to listen. This whole life of searching, chasing, living, loving is all for that one moment to hear and see that song in yourself and in another. We encounter this just often enough to know that it is real and it is true. And then we go back to chasing those other things that we were told were the things we should be chasing. Do not worry. It matters not what you do, for your song is eternal, and it is harmonizing with all life everywhere. It lives inside of you, and your name is its title. Unique and perfect, like each rainbow in the sky, expressing its joy, expressing its beauty, expressing the sound of infinity through the song inside of you. When you look into the eyes of a newborn baby and you find yourself speechless at the incredible feeling of being in the presence of your creator, remember that those same eyes are now in the person standing right next to you. We are imperfectly perfect, and we are simply glorious. And that has not changed since the moment of our arrival. See everyone as that newborn. Embrace with compassion the journey that each has traveled, and listen for the song in yourself and in every living thing. Look into the eyes and you will hear the song inside of you. I'm overwhelmed with the feeling of you. It's always an honor to look into your eyes and look past your human challenges and see you. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.